do what I do. And again, what she's saying.
Trauma. And they are Black Americans. I'm not sitting this out.
We're going to sit this out. Somebody type, sit this one out in the chat room.
I said in another video, I'm not sitting anything out because our community is going to need us.
Our community? What you mean? I've had my papers before the country was born. What are you talking about? I just sat up here today and traced my roots back to 1690. Okay? That's how far my roots go back in this country right here between Virginia, North Carolina, and Mississippi. So I'm good. I don't need to for what? If ICE stops me, I'm like, where we going? All right, cool. Where you gonna send me? I'll be back. But let's keep listening.
Americans were detained. That means they're not going after just people who are illegals, as you want to call them. They're going after whoever they can.
They're not going after Black Americans, baby girl. They are going after Black people who are in America, who are foreigners. They're not going after foundational Black Americans. We don't have anywhere to go. You understand? That's what I need you to understand. Keep listening.
And the 14th Amendment was an amendment that gave Black people birthright citizenship.
It gave former slaves who were deemed not citizens but property. Okay, it gave them citizenship because of the Dred Scott rule. Black people were deemed property and had no rights. And then slavery ended, and so what they had to do was they had to say, well, how do we categorize these people? And the 14th Amendment said, hey, if you're born in this United States, you're a citizen. That's what it said. So it gave us citizenship where we didn't have a status. It wasn't just for Black people. It was not all. It wasn't you just came over here from the Canada or Zimbabwe and you just showed up. That doesn't automatically make you a citizen. That is a deliberate misinterpretation of the 14th Amendment juxtaposed with Dred Scott. Keep listening.
We're descendants of slaves. So if that is repealed and they go after one group who
are not going to repeal the 14th Amendment, ma'am. You know, that takes a state ratification. They don't even have that in the country. Nobody has the will to do that. They're going to reinterpret it to say that anchor babies are not allowed anymore. Anchor babies don't have citizenship. If both of your parents are people who are foreign nationals and not here legally, you will not be born a citizen just because you were born in the United States. They're going to reinterpret the 14th Amendment based on that little clause that says that the country has jurisdiction. Anybody naturally born, and I'm paraphrasing, anybody naturally born in the United States and this country has jurisdiction. That's what that means. You cut it out.
I think they're going after next. I'm not saying anything out. Not when my community is going to need me.
No, they're not.
I'm not going to do it.
What community are you from? Well, you must be from the immigrant community. They're not coming after all us, man. Come on, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop it. They're trying to get you involved. We're not. We're going to sit this one out. Somebody type sit it out in the chat room. We are not coming to your rescue. Okay? Now, here's another one that I thought was very interesting. Check this one out right here.
Currently working on striking an asylum agreement with the country of El Salvador to deport migrants from different countries across.
Y'all, somebody say Bukele in the chat room. Do you know El Salvador used to be one of the most dangerous countries in the world? Built a prison that's the size of like 6 football fields. And they have rows and rows of beds stacked 4 levels high. Okay. And he locked anybody with a tattoo, anybody, just a butterfly, anybody with a tattoo is in there right now. And they don't get out. Okay. They in there with their boxer drawers on and the t-shirt, and they locked up. And they locked in there with their enemies, everybody getting along. They get like 45 minutes of exercise right outside the little cell. Okay. Nobody wants to go to El Salvador. I want you to understand that. Look it up. Look up Bukele. Somebody, Bukele. Bukele. Bukele, you don't want no parts of El Salvador right now. Can you imagine? I want y'all to hear what this man just said. Donald Trump is working out a deal where he can send people who don't belong in El Salvador to El Salvador. You know what's going to happen when they get off that airplane? That military plane is going to take them. I'm from Venezuela. You should have stayed in Venezuela. Now, listen to what this cat is saying.
The Trump administration is currently working on striking an asylum agreement with the country of El Salvador to deport migrants from different countries across Latin America to the small country in Central America. This would be a so-called safe third country asylum agreement that would empower U.S. immigration officials, Margaret, to deport non-Salvadorian migrants to El Salvador with instructions to seek asylum there and not in the U.S. Importantly, I am told that one plan under consideration, it would allow the U.S. to deport Venezuelan Tren de Aragua gang members to El Salvador and have that country house them or detain them.
Y'all better leave. All you Venezuelans, somebody type Bukele, Bukele, Bukele. Look, shout out to my man B. Tisdale. So I want you to picture this. Picture this, right? You're a Venezuelan migrant. You in Tren de Aragua or whatever. And Trump makes an announcement, anybody we catch who is from Venezuela, we're not sending you back to Venezuela for you to walk back up here. Oh, no. We're going to export you to Mr. Bukele, to President Bukele. We're going to send you down, straight down to El Salvador. You're never going to you're never going to touch down. You're never going to, they're going to leave. They got to go. You got like, nah, this ain't worth it. We're going to walk. We out of here. Because it's too much risk. Going to El Salvador is you're not gonna get a nice cushy American jail. They basically are gonna send all these hardened criminals to El Salvador. And I mean, hell, I would put El Salvador on favored nation status. Y'all got all of me. We're gonna let y'all do everything you want. Just keep our criminals locked up. Can you imagine that? Damn. Yeah, they're going to roll up out of here. Nobody wants to go to El Salvador. Bukele.
And that would obviously be a significant development and breakthrough potentially for the administration because, as you know, Venezuela right now currently does not accept the U.S. deportations. And so the administration...
That's all right. You ain't got to accept it. We got somewhere else for them to go. We're going to send you to Venezuela. We're going to see the El Salvador.
The administration is moving aggressively and quickly to really oversee a sweeping crackdown on immigration. We have seen the president invoke sweeping constitutional powers to essentially shut down the asylum system at the border. And he is also enlisting the vast resources of the military to really enhance immigration enforcement, not only deploying more troops, but using military planes to deport migrants. And yes, there have been so far 1,500 troops deployed to the border, but one internal Customs and Border Protection memo.
This is Bukele's work right here. This is El Salvadorian prison. This is what you get in El Salvador. You see that? Don't nobody want to go to El Salvador. Look at that. That's where. Oh, you gonna stay? Oh, you gonna stay up here? Okay, we got you. This is where you're going. Then you're gonna go down here. So look at that. Look at my boy with the little grimace on his face. Yeah, he was all big and bad. Look how they got him lined up, man. This is how they rolling in El Salvador, man. My boy, look at that. Oh God, look at these. Look at these. They just rounded them up. Tattoo on your face. You're going to jail. For how long? Forever. Look at that. Forever. And some of these dudes were American, not American, but they lived in LA. They were part of MS-13. They were part of 18th Street and all that stuff. They got shipped back to El Salvador. And as soon as they touch down, lock them down. Touchdown, lock them down. That's what's going on. Look at that. They got them and they never leave. That's the cold part about it. They never let them leave. So let me tell you something. If nothing else is a deterrent, this is a deterrent. You are a Venezuelan gang member. If you better leave now, because if we catch you, you're gonna be on the next military flight straight down to El Salvador. No. I live in Venezuela. No, you're gonna live in El Salvador now, sir. This is your new home right here. You're gonna stay right here. You wanted to come up here and take over our little apartments and whatnot in Denver. We got somewhere for you. Keep listening. Look at this. Here's another one.
Careful what's on your phone when you're coming into the airport.
Yeah, this is what I want you to understand something. This is full court pressure. Now they sweating immigrants when they come in the airport. You understand? You know how when you walking in the airport and whatnot, you coming back from overseas and whatnot. listen to the questions that you're being asked right now. Look at all
You have
that.
to be really careful what's on your phone when you're coming into the airport. And let me tell you why. People getting stopped at the airport and having their phone taken from them. And having immigration look through their phone and start questioning.
What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D.
People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. This black man talk, pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something and you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Holly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta know this. Now black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a Flowbee and cut your own damn hair from now on.